Trader's Corner, 10th of every month. It's a little late today. It's really late. Sorry, it's getting out in the evening of the 10th of January 2020. SHOT Shows this month. I'm going to SHOT Show. I need money. Guess what? I'm having a huge table sale on the 12th, Sunday the 12th. I'll try and post it on my Instagram, which crosses over to my Facebook. So it'll be posted, and I'll try and post it later tonight or tomorrow so people will be aware. Sunday evening, 7 p.m. Eastern time, which is 5 p.m. my time, it will go, okay? I'm going to post it. There are almost 70 items. There's a lot of stuff. Some of them are me selling, and I have had some knives donated to help my expenses there. And then there's another, I don't know, 20 some that are on the table that just belong to others that I'm selling for them. So yeah, it's going to be huge. And there's at least a dozen Spyderco knives on there. There's a bunch of rake knives, CRKT, all kinds of different things. So there will be some surprises in there too. Some really unusual or different knives that you may have wanted to look for and haven't found, but there's going to be some stuff there. So that will be awesome, but I think it's going to be crazy. It's going to be absolutely crazy. Okay, so on the knife, on the trade show, which is the SHOT Show, you can't be a member of the public and go in. You have to be either a dealer, distributor, manufacturer, you know, that kind of stuff, to attend that, because you can't buy anything there. All you can do is go. It's like the Consumer Electronics Show, I think. I don't think the public in general can walk in there either. But so, and you know, Vegas has one show after another. Trade show, trade show, trade show. I think people are done with gambling. They're going to trade shows or just going there to eat or hang out or whatever. Thank God. But so this will be interesting. And I had a list somewhere of all the knife manufacturers that'll be there. But if you can come up with an idea of where you want me to go, okay? And not hell. I've already been there. But Ganzo's going to have a table there. So I figure Ganzo, Artisan / CJRB, Civivi, which is their other line there. And of course, you know, Kaiser, Benchmade, if I can do that this year, CRKT, you know, Kershaw, ZT, that kind of thing. Did I say Spyderco? Yeah. And maybe one of the Mazarin or Lion Steel, just, you know, Reich Knives is going to be there, so I think they'll have some CH knives there as well, so I can make contact with that again. And I think, not Kunwu, but Kansept Knives, I think is going to have a little booth or something. So there's going to be different and assorted knife manufacturers there. K-Bar, Charade, Buck, you name it. So Hinderer's going to be there. And then, of course, Medford will be there. I'll try and get to Medford. I may just do some Instagrams at Hinderer. I don't know. I mean, but I'm going to start calling here because it's the 21st to the 24th, so I need to start calling people and arranging to be able to come to their table and get my schedule together for the SHOT Show. So there's that. I'm going to have a knife sale not only this month, but every month, of course, but next month. If you want to donate a knife or something for my expenses of going to the SHOT Show, then feel free to do so. I'm not in the habit of asking for donations necessarily, and I don't even have a Patreon channel. I think I'll be launching one in the not too distant future, and maybe have some benefits for those Patreon members where they get first look at knife sales and some other content that won't be published otherwise, may not want to be published otherwise. So that kind of thing. Shout out to my buddy, Patty Potato Peeler. There you go, Flanagan. Shout out, of course, to Linus and his son Brian in Sweden. Just wanted to give them a shout out. How you guys doing? I know you're doing great. So, another thing as well, not only the big knife sale on the 12th, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I will post it on my Instagram as well. It'll go to my Facebook, and just be aware because it's only going to be less than 48 hours from now. And I know that's not a lot of advance notice, but there we go. Strops, okay? I'm going to, bring these up on a regular basis, either doing reviews or on my Trader's Corner. PVC, this isn't wood. Two-sided leather strops, got the LTK logo, rubberized feet. They're solid, they're great. They're made in the USA, and they come with microfiber cloth and some little towelette wipe things that you can wipe the blade down on your knife, etc. And of course, you can get your own compound of your choice. You may like the white, the green, you may like diamond paste, you may whatever. So, and different manufacturers make different types of compounds. So you may want to choose your own. If you want me to preload something, I can do that for you. So there you go, $48. They are available. I have like 35 or 40 of them. After that, I don't know. So we'll just see. But yeah, we've sold about, I think, a dozen so far. So good deal there. All right. So, hey, I want to tell you some other things. Of course, Trader's Corner, buy, sell, trade. I'm sorry if I didn't say that right away. But buy, sell, trade. In the comments section, nobody emailed me this month to say, oh, I got this, I want to sell, or I want to trade, or whatever. So I don't have any of that to do. And if you want, then email me your list before the 10th of the month, preferably before the 8th of the month. And I'll put it on the 10th of every month. I'll put it on there, your email address, and the knives that you want to sell with the prices and descriptions and stuff like that. I've had a few exchanges and seen some other people make comments that are concern me a little bit about the confusion about CH knives, okay? CH knives, and I actually did send a specific email to Mr. Chen Peng of CH Knives. He used to work at Kaiser, and like he knows David Sun, who now works for We Knives, by the way. He did work for Kaiser. Remember, I was doing the SHOT Show reviews, and it was David there? Well, now he works for We Knives. In any case, but that's how they knew each other. They both worked for Kaiser at one time. He makes his own knives, okay? CH Knives are CH Knives. They're not Effengrau knives, okay? So a lot of people are calling them Effengrau knives. Effengrau knives say this, okay? CH Knives say this. I know it shouldn't be difficult. Effengrau, you buy an Effengrau knife, guess what? It says EF there, okay? And on the bottom of the box, it'll have a number. A model number and stuff, okay? So this one is like the EF 913, okay? And it's a beast. And I've seen this knife under other brands. So to my understanding, Effengrau does not have its own individual production factory. Now, a lot of places have knives OEM, so that's not unusual, especially in China. But so CH Knives has their own production facility, their own machinery, etc., and their knives say CH. If it says CH on the blade, as you can see right here, CH, it's not an Effengrau knife. Effengrau, though, has been distributing CH knives in the USA. So Effengrau does distribution. They pick up various and sundry no-name brands and rebrand them with their name on them. Or sell them under the Odd and Unusual brand, whatever. And they sell them on Amazon and all that kind of stuff. So, and AliExpress, etc., etc. So you can find them. A lot of people have looked at the Effin' Growl knives on Amazon. I have. That's where I bought this. Somebody told me about this knife and said, "Oh, you got to check it out. It's a beast. I got one. I'm going to get another one. Blah blah blah." And so I looked it up on AliExpress, and then I also noticed that Effin' Growl had an exact duplicate, but it's rebranded on their name. So, yes. So it's a knife that's made by God only knows who, but it's being rebranded several times around. And so I got this one on Amazon, and I've got some others too. Now, we've tested where they said they're in D2, 5 or 6 different knives that said D2, and none of them were D2. And so I don't think the Effin' Growl's trying to be deceitful, because they don't actually manufacture them. So they're probably being told by whoever. But what's going to happen here is I have some higher end ones that are in titanium, like the 912 or whatever it is, and I've sent it in, so I'm going to get that PMI'd. So we're going to look at some of the more expensive ones that are in the $70 range or whatever, and see if that's really D2. And if it's not, then I'm done, okay? But I'm going to test a couple of their more high-end ones and see how that's working. CH, we've tested all their knives. All their steel's been true. They've never lied on any of the steels, okay? So whether it's M390, S35VN, D2, AUS-8, whatever, it's always been true. HRCs are what they are. You know, they can range, but the actual elements that we detected with the PMI or XRF analyzer have been true. So there's a big difference there. All right. Another thing I want to clarify that I guess I was unaware of, Bastion Gear. You get 20% off when you use the LTK discount code. But guess what? It's a one-time usage only. So if you're going to load up, load up. And if you're going to do it, maybe do it during one of their sales. And that way you get full benefit of not only their reduced sale price, but also the LTK discount code stacked on top to really make it worth your while. But I didn't know it was a one-time code. I thought it was being pretty rich anyhow as 20% off. I thought, wow, that's pretty stout. But there's a reason, because it's a one-time code. So I went in because I was going to buy, I think, one of their kitchen knives there. And because it was on sale, like 30% off, I thought I'll throw the LTK. And no. So, be aware that CH Knives is making kitchen knives as well. In fact, some of these kitchen knives are coming out from, WE Knives. Almost, a lot of these places are now making kitchen cutlery. And I'll tell you what, it's kind of interesting. I think I'm going to try and dip into that a little bit. Maybe have Kurt do some Rockwell tests on some of it as well. I think it might be kind of fascinating. Be interesting to have a Tucson knife that's like a cleaver, fixed blade, like kitchen knife. At CH Knives, people like that, wow, that'd be weird, but they're doing it. So I think I'll check that out more as well. I want to give a shout out to Kunwu Knives, okay? And Concept is out there too, but Kunwu, been talking to them a bunch lately. The Kickstarter program, I'll give you the link to it. It's already 450% funded. That's the Orion with a nice big green box in front of it. Thank you so much. But it's S35VN, titanium, all that kind of stuff. And I think they're funding, I think it's $99 to $128, something like that, on the Kickstarter program. So that's a pretty damn good deal for CPM S35VN titanium knife. If the design appeals to you, check it out. I'll give you the link on Kickstarter. I think they have other knives in the works as well. And the deal about Kunwu is These are guys that have been doing a lot of designs for a lot of other companies, and they've come together. So they're going to be doing their own now. And so my contact at Kanwu is also a designer and has done design work for a lot of other knife companies I won't mention. But so they're going to start doing their own. So watch that. I think it'll be interesting in the future what's going to happen there. Also, be aware that Tucson Knives will be at the Atlanta Blade Show in June. And my buddy, Sean Hassan, who's Tepe Designs, will be at that booth. And I'm going to be there. No grandchildren coming this year, okay? So I'm going to be there, and I'm going to hang out with him a little bit. I've never met him in person. And gosh, I mean, and that dovetails into this. The Hornet 2, which is crazy. It's crazy big. It's crazy light. It's a liner lock. And if you saw my review on this thing, it's just bad to the bone. It really is. And just drops. Really nice knife. I really like it. There's a link I'm going to give you down below. You can go and get one of these. All right. This is M390 blade steel. The first run was numbered. I don't know going forward if they're going to be numbered, and who gives a rat's butt? I don't. I mean, it's just a heck of a nice knife. And, you know, he did the Hornet to begin with in titanium, but this was N690, smaller knife. So if you want a smaller one, or your budget calls for G10, hey, in black and this, and I think green, but it's still got the nice pocket clip that's titanium with the ceramic ball and everything. So this is a little, you know, nice beater carry. This one, class act, but scary. It's big, but it's light. And they come in a great zipper pouch and everything. And of course, the Kickstarter thing, I think, just ended for the Killage, but I'll give you a link and you can get in on the Killage if you want to do that as well. So those are some really good knives. And of course, I got acquainted with him because I bought the Shockwave and the Dynamo, the TS-128, the TS-134, the TS-177, of course, was his collaborative with Night Morning, which is called the Maverick. And so just a bunch of different, the Vortex as well, just really good stuff that he's done. So it just keeps coming. He's very creative, lives out in the San Francisco area somewhere. I don't know how you afford to do that. I don't want to do that. I can't afford Tucson, Arizona. Can't afford living in the desert. So there we go. Shout out to Dave Warren, Tuya Knife. They have the Hive version 2 and the Dave Warren 2, or the Envy version 2, which has got, I think, even nicer blade on it. But both of them have incredible action on them. So I think Bade Modern Designs is the one that did the Hive. So they have the Hive version 1 that's kind of gold colored. The Hive version 2 is a silver color. And of course the carbon fiber through the honeycomb kind of cutouts on the handle. Really cool. So check that out. LTK discount code, 5% off. No, it's not just a one-time deal. So check him out. Support the guy. You know, his son went in the Marine Corps not too long ago. And he's a faithful member of Kentucky, proud and loud, and USA guy. So it's great to support somebody who's involved in the knife industry like that in a family setting. For Tuya Knives, yes, and quick turnaround service. His presence is all over on social media, so he keeps up and he does the right thing. So support Tuya Knives if you can. They got all kinds of different models available. I'll give you the link to that site. Remember, White Mountain Knives, LTK discount code, 10% off. They have all kinds of knives available, so check them out. And of course, there's always new models being released. So it's going to be one of those things where you'll want to stay current on what's coming through there. He doesn't have a lot of depth to his inventory, but he's got a lot of different brands available, and some of the new Civivi knives and CJRB knives and WE knives and Kaiser knives and all this kind of stuff. So stay current with him and enjoy that 10% off, because, hey, that's real money. If you want a knife tested, contact Kurt. I'll give you his email address, and his YouTube channel is jcoolg19. I'll give you the link to his YouTube channel, because he shows the Rockwell tests of the knives on his channel. So, you know, he's got the machine, however that goes, but it doesn't look all that impressive or difficult. But it's a manual, you know, Rockwell tester, but it's a nice one. It's a Wilson. And so it's all, you know, calibrated and all done according to spec, but he's doing Rockwell tests. If you want your knife Rockwelled, you can contact him, send it to him. He'll punch it, send it back to you. And yes, he accepts donations, and it'd be cheesy to just make him do that for free. So no, I would pay him something, you know. And of course, you'll be responsible for shipping round trip. Obviously, he's not going to do that either. But, you know, it gives you knowledge to what the HRC is on your knife. And if you have some, you know, knife you're really interested in doing that too, you might have like a Spyderco with Maximet steel or something else that you think might be a kicker, you know, might have a 65 or 66, maybe a Rex 45 or something, or just any blade you're just kind of curious about. Send it to him and he can do that for you. So go to him, and then yes, he accepts donations, but he'll get it done, and it'll probably be on one of his videos, okay? So you'll your knife will be famous as well. Ganzo, they're crazy. So they got a new one coming out. What's this? Adamante, and down here it says Skymon, S-K-I-M-E-N, Skymon. And so this is a new one going to be coming out that's a specific knife designer. And go on their Instagram and you can look it over. You can go ganzo.com, whatever their website, and take a look. They're already up on sale there. They're already up on sale, I believe, on AliExpress. I'm waiting for Power Cutlery to get them. And John said, yeah, I mean, if Ganzo sells them, we'll be getting them. So I'm going to wait for him to get them, and then probably get a couple of different colors for a review. But here's the ugly truth. Yeah, it's the backside is just regular steel frame lock. The front has got the different colored scales. So, but check out the Ganzo 727S and the F11S. The S means small. They have made those two models in a smaller size. So it's like right at a 3-inch blade or under 3-inch blade. So those are really cool, and I'll be doing a review on them pretty soon. But they're available on Power Cutlery, and they're interesting. Nice little gent carry, but cheap as chips. You know how Ganzo rolls. So there you go with that. Also, you want a knife sharpened? Get a hold of my buddy, okay? Because that's what I do. I send them to Kevin, and this is Bevel Knife Sharpening. Click on the link, get a hold of him. He does a great job. They come back mirrored, if that's what you want, you know. And so he checks them out. I mean, he has all these different things that he will do when he gets a knife in for sharpening. So it's not just a lick and a promise and back out the door. He actually checks them out, that kind of thing. So look on his site, and he will tell you the actual procedures he goes through to sharpen your knife. And you have choices of, you know, what level you want done. I always, you know, I send him the nice stuff. The cheap stuff I'll sharpen myself, which is, you know, kind of a lick and a promise, and then strop it, to try and get it, you know, and it's user sharp, you know. But if I have like my Riot Jack, I sent that to him, and then a really nice OTF knife from Vespa. I mean, I had him put a mirror edge on it. It was a lot of fun. So every once in a while, probably about every 4 or 5 months, I'll send him maybe a half dozen knives that I want as keepers, you know. And so get a hold of him. Yeah, he's a good guy. And I've heard good things from other people who have used him as well. All right, I think that's just about a wrap for this month, Trader Corner. And I'm terrified of going to the SHOT Show. That is huge. It's a lot of walking, and I'm on my feet all damn day long. And it's a hell of a thing. Back and forth. I mean, you got 5 different floors, and the show is huge. It's huge. So I mean, you're doing miles of walking back and forth from one to another to another. And so I'm going to try and condense them so I don't have to go so far from one to another to another. So I'm going to try and do maybe 4 videos a day, and then do a bunch of Instagrams. So I'll be popping it on Instagram and all that kind of stuff. So just stay with me on the 21st through the 24th. And I'll bring you coverage of the SHOT Show. I know others are going to be there. And if you're going to be there, let me know. Let's get together. I'll let you buy the beer. I'm going to be spending enough money just trying to get my ass there and hotel and everything else. Buy one of these. Strop your knife. Quit beating yourself up on the sharpening system. This will bring it back. Don't let it go too long. Don't let it go butter knife on you. And then you can bring it back, and it's a lot easier. And this is really easy to do sitting in front of the TV if you're taking a break, whatever, and do some of these. So, and it helps with my channel. And thank you very much for that. Hey, you guys. Appreciate it. Knife sale. Remember the knife sale. I can't tell you the number of people are going, damn it. Oh, and I look at the list and it's sold. Oh, it's the knife I wanted. I've been looking for it for months now. Yeah, so 5 p.m. my time, 7 p.m. Eastern time, so you can calculate your time off of that. It will be 7 p.m. on the dot, and I'll guarantee you the first 3 or 4 minutes, 10 or 15 knives will be sold. So, yeah, you need to be Johnny on the spot if you're going to get what you want. And it'll just be an interesting array of knives. So there may be something there that interests you. And I'm going to make sure they're cheap compared to any other price out there, because they've got to go. I got to get that money together for the SHOT Show. All right, my friends, thank you so much. Take care, and you know what we do. We love them damn knives. Yes, we do. You guys stay sharp.